At that time, I was constantly being harassed by my debtors on the telephone, by mail. People were threatening for garnishments. I got to the point where basically I dreaded answering the phones or getting up in the morning. I was putting in about 50 hours a week and I couldn't get ahead. I had an awful lot of chest pains and anxiety. I got to the point where the only thing I wanted to do was sleep, but when you're stressed out like that, you can't really sleep. I wasn't getting any sleep. And I got to the point where I'd pretty much just given up. I had just pretty much given up, and I was just I got to the point where I didn't care anymore. I lost interest in everything and everybody. I became isolative. I didn't see friends. I stayed at home. If I had been married and had children, I would probably have been isolative towards them. I became angry all the time. The other day I talked to my cousin. She said that, you know, for the first time you sound like the old Jake that I was raised with and love. And that meant an awful lot, because for a couple of years I wasn't me. For a couple of years I don't even know who I was. It was just unbearable. And I got to the point where I was actually hoping not to wake up in the mornings. I guess that's why this is emotional for me, because I'd actually wanted just to go ahead and end it, but I didn't. I actually got to that point. And I had this stupid pride in me that I felt that filing a bankruptcy was going to be something shameful and something that I shouldn't do. And what I found out was that when you hit rock bottom, you know, the only place to look is to look up. And one night I was watching TV and I saw Mr. West commercial, and I was desperate, because like I said, I got to the point where I honestly didn't care anymore. The bills were piling up. They were going to take my car. They were garnish my wages. I just couldn't climb out of the hole. And so I finally called, and that was the best decision I ever made. As soon as I walked into the office, the staff made me feel comfortable with Mr. West. I knew right then I'd made the right decision. Also, I knew that I found the right attorney. I didn't feel the shame. I didn't feel the condescending that I thought I would. I realized that this was the right thing to do because I had no other choice. I wasn't going to make it on my own. There wasn't any way that I was climbing out of that hole. And if I'd have stayed, I was probably going to mentally break, because I just about got to the point where I was on the verge of breaking. And again, I think that's why it's so emotional for me, because now for the first time in years, I've been able to breathe. My cousin said that I'm the old Jake that she used to know. People, my friends, have said there's a difference in me. I go to bed, I sleep. After the first interview, I went home and I slept like a baby that night. And that was the first time I'd done that in a couple of years. I literally slept for about 14 hours, and that's no joke. I go to bed at night and I can sleep. If I get up in the middle of the night, I'm not thinking about bills. I don't have to worry about, if I answer the phone, who it is. I don't have to worry about going to the mailbox. I don't have to worry about getting up in the morning, going out and seeing if my car is still there or not, because I got to keep it. And it was the right thing to do. It was 2 years of stress and anxiety that I could have resolved if I'd have done what I should have done. And I don't regret it a bit. Matter of fact, I'm very thankful, I'm very grateful for this, because now I have my life back. I honestly do. For the first time in a couple of years, I'm actually free. Well, I definitely recommend that they come and see you. I feel very comfortable with you and your staff. And I definitely believe in reaching out for help and and filing if you need to file. I wasn't pushed into filing. We went through all of my options. We went through my situations, and we chose the best route for me. And that's what made a difference, was that I knew that I was being counseled and guided right. And that's exactly what I would tell them. There's nobody else I'd send them to other than you. Yeah, I don't mind getting up in the mornings. I do have a future now, and that's something that I didn't have before. I honestly didn't think I was going to make it. I just got to the point where the stress was just unbearable. And to this day, the fact that I'm able to feel freedom now is overwhelming. It's been a long time since I felt this good. And the opportunity that's been allotted to me now is it's overwhelming, but this time it's a good overwhelming and not a bad overwhelming. Oh, it has changed it. Everybody's noticed the difference in me. I'm smiling, I joke, I tease. I'm back to being me. I'm free. And I feel I got another chance at life. And had I not done this, I don't know where I'd be at today, because I was literally to the point of breaking, because I was getting to the point where I couldn't take it anymore. I dreaded getting up in the mornings, and I dreaded going to bed at night. Every time I was awake, I thought about my finances, because I had no choice. It was just overwhelming. I was in the emergency room a couple times for stress due to my chest pains due to stress. I was honestly hoping that one morning I just wouldn't wake up. Well, now I can't wait to get up in the mornings, because I have my life back. There's a big difference.